and you can't help but notice what in the world's happening to Long Mountain. What's going on over there to cause them to do that? Well, we're gonna show you right quick as we head up, and I know it sticks out like a sore thumb, boy. Whew, it looks rough in the cob, but once they get that strip down there and get a new plant going, that rock that they're stripping down to is what's going to be covering your roads again, and bridges, and just the infrastructure in general of the county, and that's where all construction starts at, for schools for kids, in my case grandkids, and homes, foundations for homes, and so on and so forth. It is essential. It is needed. Looks a little rough right now, but we'll get her stripped down a little more, and it'll go to blending in and won't look near as bad. I guarantee it. And what comes from it is so important to the growth of the county, and all the stuff that we like our new homes, and like our driveways and roads and bridges, and all the construction that's required to make things nice like we like them. Well, it's time to roll on with it, just like Chase coming over that pile there. We're going to get into watching the plant coming together, all the material laying around, and then how they started the structure, erecting everything, pouring the concrete pads, and so on. This is the ground that they had got it graded, had everything laid out. There's a bunch of conveyor belts, different size conveyor belts for the different size conveyors, and just so many different pieces of what'll be, so many pieces of the puzzle that'll be put together as a plant. But you'll see in the background back there, the jaw, the wall they had poured for the jaw, where they were going to set up the structure for the jaw and the jaw shack and so on, and conveyors to that they had been putting together and building, and all the things that they were just getting ready to start erecting, pouring concrete for the foundations and start erecting the steel. Here's a view from the mountain looking down on the pad as they had started construction, and seeing all the stuff there. So as I had filmed this over a period of months, as I was putting it together, instead of putting short videos out as it was being together, we've had stuff going on, doing our gun reviews, and just being busy, and just life. And then we got us a Harley, and it took some of our time, and this and that, but so now I'm putting together, so what I thought I would do is start with the jaw and it pretty well complete, and then we'll move on down to the surge tunnel, and instead of trying to cover everything at one time, and it seemed confusing to me, we'll do the jaw, the structure there, the primary as it's called, and then the surge tunnel, and on out to the crushing plant and screens, and into the wash plant. Well, they've got a lot of the structure for the jaw anyway. Gonna have to build that up and back up there and dump. This is a hopper and feeder. That's the jaw down there. A lot of steps to climb. And I'm standing on this platform for the hammer will be. You get something, we'll be sitting here. You get something in that new jaw, and we'll just reach right over. And right here is where the jaw shack will sit. They ain't brought it in yet. We still got a ways to go, but we'll sit right there, and then we have got a lot of steps. With the structure, you're ready to get around, work on everything, keep everything easy to get to, easy to work on. We was on that top level, and then I walked down some steps, and you'll see how big the feeder is. We was looking down in it, and then the jaw, and then you'll see here just how big that feeder is standing there by it, and how big the jaw is on that structure. It don't look very big, but standing there by it, it's good sized. Now they've got the jaw shack up here, and a lot of it they've got put together. There's still a little more to go, and it's a new plant. I've been at a few different sites, and you know, they're all different. They do things differently, and this obviously is where the power is. You can see all the lines coming through it. Nice concrete pad here. This is where the trucks are going to back up and dump. So if you were in a, sorry for the shaking, but if you were in a haul truck, you'd back up between these two walls, pull up to the berm, and dump right in there. And you feed it right into that jaw crusher down, hit that first belt, continue on. And this part, let's go look at the jaw shack since I got it up. But they've poured these walls. Been a little while. When the plant's running good, then I'm good and busy. So and it's hard to get any kind of when they're working, putting this thing together. I'm working down there, so I can't just walk up here. But man, it's a nice catwalk they've got to the jaw shack they put up. Those things are pretty cool. You'd be surprised how quiet they are, how well they hold out the noise. And man, what air conditioning unit. Heat too. Well, they've got it locked, but we can see in there. It's a little building, but the way that the windows angle out, it gives you a good view of the jaw. So as we go from the jaw, crushing the rock, so it goes up the conveyor, and next step is the surge tunnel. So they brought that in. It was kind of interesting looking to me. I ain't never seen them put a surge tunnel together before, but they brought it in pieces, had them stacked up, and you can see putting piece by piece by piece here. And as they put it together and brought it out there along like that, and then put the feeders and so on top, and then we started all the material over there and covering it up. And that's our surge tunnel. It was pretty cool. I'd never seen them build one before. Now, I have certainly worked in them. I've shoveled them out, washed them out, fixed the belts when they would rip or tear, but never seen them put one together to this one. Talking about those two feeders at the end. You see them right there. They'll turn them on, push them in. We seen up top the feeders. So here's inside the surge tunnel. One of the feeders, there's two of them. Always got an open back exit, and it goes out this way, coming from the primary. Conveyor carries it to the secondary and up to that scalping screen. So as we go from the surge tunnel, and you know, as the plant goes out, here's how they you see where they poured the piers, got it all formed up, and then the forms took off. There's the platform. Then I'm starting the structure. There's different angles of the structures. They were putting it up. See it sitting up there without the scalping screen on it. There's the scalping screen. There's a view of the scalping screen from the mountain. Thank you, Jason, for all the pictures from the top of the mountain, looking down on the plant. Now we see, as we come out from the jaw surge tunnel and right on up to the scalping screen, and you see a conveyor go out to the cone crusher and recrush, big bend, and then we'll watch it coming together, just the bend, and then the two cones. You've got your cone crusher and then your recrush cone, and watch that come together. We move on to the wash plant. Now we start with these gentlemen setting up more forms, pouring more concrete, tying more steel, and getting the foundation for the structure ready and it coming together. As they had got to the end and was getting everything ready, we were confident it was a wash plant. The screens were plumbed and sand screws and stuff, but man, they just kept pouring little pads and kept bringing in conveyors, and it was just more and more and more. We was just having to figure, well, just how big's this thing going to be, just what all does it do. It's interesting watching them put it together. I never quite seen a wash plant this size. When they were bringing all these parts in, pouring all this concrete and stuff, it just thought, my goodness, we wasn't sure what was going on, and all the conveyors and all the stuff, and yeah, boy, we just had to watch them put it up piece by piece. This thing's big, this wash plant. Here's the other side where it goes in. There's first cone crusher, crushes it, drops down on that belt that was already going under there. Takes it to the wash plant. It's processed. Makes sand, 57s, 89s for the concrete plant and asphalt and so on. But then what's too big, it comes back on this conveyor. Recrushed, drops right back up on this same belt, and it goes through that process again. All your recrush, all your material comes up here to this wash plant, and man, it's got conveyors everywhere, doesn't it? That is the biggest wash plant I've ever saw. I've saw them with 2 screws, but a lot smaller. Saw them with 1 big screw, but it's a big one. Well, that's what's going on at Long Mountain. Hopefully our next video won't be very far off, that we'll get to go through the process of seeing it crushing, seeing the material go through it, and seeing it's doing the job it was built to do. God bless you guys.